There was a time where I was at a crossroads in my career, deciding whether or not to continue building my business or just get a risk-free full-time job with a company. I was experiencing a lot of fear at the time and could not make a decision whether to double down and invest in myself or do the risk-free alternative and just get a job working somewhere from 9 to 5. Self-investment compounds over time, just like financial investments. You start to reset what your perspective of success really is. An opportunity came up to invest in myself and hire a coaching program and work with a mentor. It was extremely expensive and I almost didn't do it, but today I can say it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I'm going to talk about why investing in yourself is the most reliable ROI that you're ever going to get, and the real mindset shift that was required of me from going stuck to now thriving. I have a thriving 6-figure video production company. I work with clients all across the world. I have a team of editors that work with me, a bunch of freelance contractors here in Los Angeles, and I'm really excited about the future. By the end of this video, you're gonna see why self-education isn't a risk. It's actually the greatest gift that you can give your future self. Why do people feel fear around investing in themselves as opposed to other people? You'll help your friend out, you'll donate money to a cause, but it's often really hard to help yourself out and put that extra hours and an extra time in without seeing an immediate ROI. To me, this idea is tied in with the idea of self-compassion and self-love. And a lot of us are critical of ourselves and are more kind and forgiving of other people. But through the years of practicing meditation, I've learned to look at myself kind of through the eyes of a younger version of myself. So when I think, oh, should I make this decision? Should I do this risky operation? I think to myself, what would 7-year-old Jason say in this moment to me to maybe push me to go that extra step rather than like 30-year-old adult critical brain version of Jason? So the question I ask myself is, if you knew that an investment in yourself would help you and 10x the return, like what is stopping you? What is stopping you from making that leap and investing, whether it's the money or the time, quitting that job to pursue that passion that you have? You know, that this simple question really shifted me from like a fear mindset to sort of a growth mindset and feeling the sense of possibility that can come from kind of achieving the goals that I wanted to achieve. I started seeing as education as an asset, not a cost. My mentor at the time asked me, you know, this money you could spend on a new car, you could invest on some new camera. Those could be seen as assets, but really those are just costs. Those are coming out of your pocket. And right now, today, they're not going to be making you any more money. Now, when I took the first step into self-education and growing my business and pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, there was a lot of struggle initially. It was really, really stressful. I had late nights of just worrying that I had wasted all this money, that it was just out of my pocket and now I was never going to get it back. Months and months went by without any success whatsoever. It was pretty frustrating, to be honest with you. I saw other people that were taking the course with me having success, who had signed up after I did, who were even younger than I am. And I thought to myself, like, what am I doing? Is it really possible to achieve the success that I want when these people obviously are better than I am? And I did a lot of this comparison game that obviously comes up. It was a really dark period of my life, but I stuck through it. I believed that I could turn it around at some point, and I had already invested all this time and money into it. And so it felt really backwards to just double back and quit at any point. Months started going by, I wasn't seeing any success, and a part of me almost gave up. I started browsing on LinkedIn for videography positions, for content creator positions, and I was really close to the edge of quitting. Listen, there's nothing out there that will give you the ROI that self-education does. Cryptocurrency, investing in stocks, investing in real estate, none of those things are going to help you in the same way that educating yourself and becoming extremely knowledgeable and a master at something will help you. But today I can confidently say it was one of the best decisions I ever made. There's a lot of intangible outcomes that you get with self-education. For me personally, it gave me the confidence to feel like I was an expert and master about something. I'd always doubted myself and felt that I wasn't truly good at what I did, but now I feel a lot of clarity and purpose around what I'm doing. So the question always is like, how do you choose the right program? What do you know is best for you? And the truth is that there isn't any right program that's perfect for you. There's many different ones out there. You should just do your digging, do some vetting, see what's gonna work. With every program, you're gonna find people online who are criticizing them and saying that their program doesn't work. The truth is that those people just didn't put the effort or energy in that it took to grow their business. And the most important thing is just to ask yourself if you are really fully ready to commit to launching your business and putting in the hours that it's going to take. Listen, you don't really need a huge budget to at least start investing in yourself. There's small ways you can begin. Buy some books, do some online free courses, network with some peers or mentors, talk to people who have done exactly what you want to do, sit down with them, take them out for lunch if they're open to doing it, shoot a free video for them, offer some of your services for them in exchange of some advice. Those are at least some easy ways to get started today. I guess the question I always come back to is when I looked back in 5 years, was I going to be proud of the choices that I made? And the truth is I was heading down a path of laziness, of stagnation, of accepting what was as opposed to seeing what could be. As soon as I started reframing and thinking about myself in the future, looking back at me now, it made everything very clear. For me, I didn't really have a clear visualization of what success was when I started this journey. To me, success was just growing my business. It was this very vague and ambiguous goal, whereas today I have actual markers and actual blueprints, an actual guide that I'm following, checkpoints that I can go through to make sure that I'm hitting exactly what I want to be hitting, and that's success. To me, all success is setting goals and achieving them. It doesn't matter how big those goals are, whether they're tiny, whether they're large. What's more important is setting those goals, having them be realistic, and then actually achieving them. Listen, the last thing I want to just leave you with is something that really helped me and helped shape me through when I was going through the darkest parts of the journey is just sitting with yourself, sitting in that discomfort. I love to practice meditation. I sit there, I focus on my breath and let the thoughts come through. I spend 15-20 minutes doing this every day. I know everyone's talking about it today. It's kind of become a meme, but it really does work. It really does help you feel the feelings, the negative emotions, and then let them pass by and see what's on the other side of that. When you start to process these feelings, instead of just pushing them down and ignoring them, you can actually overcome them and then start to see what your life could be like. If any of this resonated with you, check out some of the other videos on my page on how to start building out a video production company, how to actually bring in new clients, and really how to start from scratch on developing your own business. And if you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe on this video. I'll be putting out more content just like this in the future.